Hi, my name is Bill Windsor, and I'm a candidate for the U.S. House of Representatives from Georgia's 6th Congressional District. I'm an independent candidate. That means I will not be a part of partisan politics, dishonesty, corruption, favoritism, bias practiced by many Democrats and Republicans. I will always do what I believe to be right, and I will answer to no one but my constituents. While most candidates like to make dozens of promises about what they'll do if elected, I'm going to make just two. The first is, I promise to be honest at all times while working as a member of the U.S. House of Representatives. Second, I promise to uphold the fundamental rights that we were all granted by our forefathers under the Constitution and Bill of Rights. And I've gone a step further. Rather than simply make these promises to you, I've signed a contract with the citizens of the United States in which I agree to these to always do these things. And should anyone feel that I have violated that contract, they can bring charges before a grand jury. And if a grand jury feels that I have violated the contract, I will resign and I'll never hold any elected or employed government position again for the rest of my life. I'm that serious about what I say is what I'm going to do. This probably makes me the only truly accountable candidate that's ever existed. You will have the power to remove me from office if I don't do the job that I've promised to do. We should have that with all of our elected officials, but we don't. But you'll have it with me. You know, we live in a time when the answer from the people in Washington is seemingly to spend more and give us bigger government. Our national debt is just ridiculous. The cost of running our government's ridiculous. If the members of the House of Representatives and Senate were employees of a corporation, they'd all have long since been fired. You can't operate a business, and you shouldn't operate a company by continually borrowing and mortgaging the future of ourselves and our children and our grandchildren. But that's what's being done. So I have a pretty simple platform that I'll be sharing in a video on this site, but it starts with let's do things that make sense. If we don't have money, let's not spend it. There's huge waste in government, and I will be a lightning rod for trying to identify that waste and at least bring it to the attention of the public. You know, let's face it, as one of the only independents in Congress, I'm not going to have very much power, but I'm going to have a voice, and as a representative, my voice is going to be very loud. One of the things that members of the House have the power to do is to investigate corruption in government and to implement impeachment proceedings against federal judges. And I promise to investigate and to begin impeachment proceedings. It may be one of the biggest things that I do while I'm there. It's something that I can do independently. And I am going to bring the corruption in our government to the attention of the American people. If you're elected as a representative, the mainstream media has to cover what you're doing. So if they cover what I'm doing and what I'm saying, we're going to get this exposed. So in a manner of speaking, this kind of makes me America's candidate. While I'm running to represent the people of Cobb County, Fulton County, and Cherokee County, I also intend to represent people all around the country. I intend to be a voice to try to do my best to participate in saving America by minimizing the corruption and dishonesty that we have in government. I should be going door to door and meeting people and asking for their vote. Instead, I'm hopping in a Jeep and I'm driving to all 50 state capitals. And during this 5-month trip, I will be interviewing and taking testimony from over 600 victims of corruption and dishonesty by government. I'll be presenting this testimony to Congress. Congress hasn't scheduled hearings for this purpose, so I'm going out to do it myself. So in that way, I become more America's candidate. I would ask you to support me. I'm an independent candidate. I'm a write-in candidate. I stand for what you should stand for. We need honest people in government. We need the protection of our fundamental rights. You won't get that with any candidate but me. So I ask you to tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell anybody that Bill Windsor is somebody we need to get elected to Congress. Please go to my website. It's www.votebillwindsor.com, and you'll see more information about what I have to say and what I'll do if elected to the United States House of Representatives. Thank you very much.